Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa is filling in for Jess. And we got a special guest in the building.
Yes, indeed.
We got Icewear Vezzo. Welcome.
What it do?
How you feeling, brother?
Man, I'm feeling well, brother. I'm feeling blessed. Taking it one day at a time.
God damn, turn the headlights off and
Man,
down
cut it
that
off,
chain. Vezzo. Turn the headlights down. Lord have mercy.
You rich over there, man. He doing it. He trolling right now because he know he can buy this shit 50 times
No,
over.
can't. That's nice, though. That's a beautiful chain.
6 Mile is what's on it. You know, it's funny. Somebody called in earlier today. Remember the young girl said she had a lemonade stand that she was opening up on 6 Mile.
Oh, she did? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she did.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah,
I mean, I heard the lemonade stand, but I didn't catch it with the
Yeah,
truck.
it was a 6 Mile in Detroit. She was opening up a lemonade. A little girl. I think she was like 13. She just
That's
gonna pull up
dope.
on the corner in front of the McDonald's or in front of one of them.
It was 2 spots. One was McDonald's and it was a second one.
Yeah, she had 2
So
lemonade
she on
stands
the
in
west
Detroit.
side then.
Oh, she on the west
Yeah,
side.
she on the west side.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, we on the east side.
We hear people from Detroit talk about the miles, but what does that mean to you? Like when you say 6 Mile and you go get it on a chain like that, like what
So
does that mean?
six Mile is my hood. Like how in New York y'all got like 145th and all that type, right?
Right.
So ours just run by the mile. It's literally a mile long with a radius for the hood, but it run east to west.
Or,
You know what I'm saying? So it's my hood. Like M, he claimed 8 Mile, but M from the 6 too.
he from 6 Mile?
He grew up on Bradford. He got Bradford and Dresden. He grew up on Dresden.
Did he move over there to 8 Mile or did his grandmama live on 8 Mile?
I believe he moved over there eventually. I think Holmes went to Osborne. That's the high school I went to. Yeah, that's on 7 Mile.
I seem like Detroit artists are not beefing as much, and I love to see it in the city. I'm seeing more and more artists out together. So what does that mean for the city?
So this how it really is, right? We be having our little disputes and shit. You know, certain people don't rock with certain people. That's just how it go. But we take pride in not bringing it to the internet and not letting the rest of the world know that because it ain't the rest of the world business. We try to figure out how can we diffuse the situation or how can we control the situation and hash it out if it's possible to hash out. If it ain't possible to hash out, then it's like y'all just go your own way as much as possible. When we out of town, niggas just don't speak to each other. Y'all in the same club, y'all ain't gotta holler. But we ain't gonna embarrass you know what I mean? We're gonna move like we respect ourselves. You know, we on a mission. This the first time we ever was able to get in any type of position, pause, like, you know what I'm saying? Like the very first time. So we can't mess this opportunity up for nothing in the world. And I feel like don't nobody want to be that guy. You know what I mean? Nobody want to be that guy to start fucking up what we got going on. So it's not the rest of the world business what we got going on, but it's definitely like that. Ain't no city perfect. You know what I mean?
How was that code of conduct established? Like what, does a memo go out in the street?
No, it's just like an unwritten rule. You know what I'm saying? And like I say again, it's just more so about everybody not wanting to be that guy that messed that up. Everybody see how we moving. Everybody know who rock with who don't rock with each other, but they know homes them out of town. They keeping it moving. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's just what it is, like an unwritten rule. But we take pride in that, and we do know that that's what we do. So we gonna continue to do that as much as we can.
Your
We can't mess the position up.
your love for the city and where you're from, is that what made you be open to, like, I know you had the words for Eminem and then y'all met up at the 50 Cent tour and that kind of changed. Is that what made you be open to stuff like that, to kind of show that publicly as well?
Yeah, you know, I ain't never wanted to like speak against M publicly ever, but I just couldn't contain my thoughts and how I felt. I feel like I do so much for my city. I do so much for the community that I grew up in, that he grew up in, that a lot of people grew up in, and that support don't be there from you know, certain artists, especially people like M. Holmes is a mega star. You know what I'm saying?
Biggest rapper ever, if you really want to be technical.
Yeah, like in real life, you know what I mean? And I know what them kids get out of seeing me and Peasy, seeing me and Doug and Sada and Skilla. I know what they get out of seeing us being able to talk to them, being able to, you know, whatever the case may be. I know the type of motivation that come from that. And I just felt like, damn, I feel like I wish Holmes would have did that with us, you know? And I don't want to say he ain't, that's why I ain't never been a guy that be like, yeah, M ain't did nothing or try to put nobody on from the city. For one, he don't owe nobody nothing, absolutely nothing at all. And respectfully, he did do what he needed to do. He did that for his era. You know, when M was our age, he brought, if it wasn't for M, then it wouldn't be no proof. It wouldn't be a D12. It wouldn't be a Royce 5'9". So the proof is there. He did what he had to do. But you know, we just admire everything about him so much, and he inspired us so much. I think we would appreciate it more if we could have met him early on and got some knowledge, got some game, got some type of insight. You know, I don't understand how I met and locked in with 50 Cent, who was from Queens, before I met Eminem. You know what I mean? But
and how did y'all meet on that tour? Did he approach you? You approach him, or how was that conversation?
we literally
initiated?
like bumped into each other. Yeah, we bumped into each other. But it's all good.
Well, you
all
and
is
him or you
well.
and Fifth?
Me and him.
You know, okay.
Yeah. I rock with 50 the long way home, so he a real one, bro.
What did he say to you when he bumped in? Like, Vezzo, whatever.
I know it had to be awkward at first because it wasn't like a meeting. It was like, oh, we in the hall. This might be a
definitely-
problem.
It was mad awkward, you know what I'm saying? But we just, you know, hey, bro, it's all love. I respect you, bro. Ain't nothing like that. I feel how I feel. You know what I mean? Well, he like, man, I see what you're doing. We kept it moving, bro. Him don't owe nobody nothing, man. We gonna leave him alone, man. You know.
What did you think about Skilla Baby comments when he said most? I guess he said most people. I don't know if he said most people from Detroit, most people from his generation in Detroit wouldn't consider Eminem the GOAT. I didn't. When I heard it, I understood what he was saying. He's younger.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. Ain't no why should that be a problem? Man? Consider them youngers they ain't listening to that. You know what I mean? They listen to most street artists in Detroit. That just ain't the wave. It wasn't the wave when I was like super young and all that. We was listening to the Street Lords and the Cheddar Boys and Mae West and the Lodge Boys. Like we always like street artists and street music. Like we wasn't rocking to that. That just ain't it. M got a fan base. You know, he got his fan base. He got people that like that kind of music, and the music that he make, it's a way bigger audience to it. So if I was him, I wouldn't even care if a certain audience don't listen to me anyway, because I got a way bigger audience. But it was true what Skilla said. I don't know. He got some flack for that too, didn't he?
Yeah,
Oh
a
yeah,
little
he
bit.
did. Yeah.
I don't understand that though. It was just true. Shit, that's what it is.
Well, if you're not from Detroit, you probably don't understand. I can totally understand being a young dude from the street in Detroit, and I'm not riding around in Slim Shady.
Put it like this, right?
That's not a diss. It's just
Is the youngins in New York listening to Jay-Z?
probably not.
Probably not.
No.
Same
Yeah.
scenario. It's the same
Certain
thing.
songs, I'm sure, but but
I doubt that. To be honest with you.
Yeah, they had that argument all the time with the Future Jay-Z conversation when Future was like, I'm in the streets, he's not. Like, I'm like, people gonna play
The new
Future in the club
generation. I get
versus-
it.
It's a generational gap. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's all good. Yeah, them youngers in Detroit don't really understand Jay-Z. Like they don't get it. They don't care about that music either.
Damn.
well, congratulations on your record. Just recently went gold.
Yeah, I appreciate that, bro.
Up the scope.
First goal on the independent side. You heard?
How does that
money
feel?
look
Because
like?
you so
It
independent.
looked
How,
like
how did
that
that feel?
chain. That's what that money looked like.
Oh, he had that before the chain. but how did that
bro,
feel to
that's
go gold independent? It's a
Man.
lot different because you spending your own money.
No, for sure. You know, obviously going gold to platinum, it's a trophy. You know what I mean? That's what we want. That's what we grind for. But to get it independent, it just restarted that fire up. You know what I'm saying? Remotivated me. And just keep me energized, brother. Like I really appreciate that. You know, that's something I always wanted. I wanted to get that. For us, going gold to platinum is like winning a chip in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Or winning a Super Bowl. So yeah, it made me definitely want to stay independent though.
Does the money really look that much different?
Money good. Money
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
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 I be saving my money up though, man. I don't fuck my money up.
Oh yeah, you be investing back in Detroit.
Yeah, I own a juice bar in Troy, Michigan. I got it with my wife. It was something that she believed in. It was her vision, something she had a real passion for.
Dope.
I didn't understand it at first, but I had to do it because she sat with me while I chased my dreams. She gave me money and let me fuck all her cars up and all that. So I had to rock with her, and she made me a believer because that business is a wonderful business. You know, and we in Troy, Michigan. Yeah. So
In Troy, how far is that from Detroit?
it ain't that far, but I say that with pride because Troy is like being in Manhattan. Like, what's the best part of Manhattan?
Times Square?
No,
Not
probably
more.
all them stores are.
Where's
Fifth
Manhattan?
Avenue.
Where
Fifth
the-
Avenue. Fifth Avenue.
That's
Avenue.
equivalent to a dude from the streets, a black dude having a store on Fifth Ave.
Wow.
You know,
They
so-
usually don't let you in there. They usually ban us out, rules and
Yeah.
regulations, but you guys are successful there, which is
and
dope.
we got in there and they let it, so I take pride in that.
You been taking care of yourself? Can you say the juice bar? So physically, mentally, you been taking care of yourself?
Yeah, for the most part, I try to. My kids keep me grounded. You know, we are humans. We go through shit. We deal with mental shit and all that. But you know, I stay 10 toes down. I keep my chin up. Everybody deal with shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, I pray a lot, so I think that helped me. You know what I mean?
Now, you've been very vocal about politics, especially since the DNC is in town.
Yeah, why
Do you
not?
wish you did that? Do you wish you just should have said, I should have just shut my ass up?
No,
or
I don't.
You don't care?
No, I don't. I don't care. The problem is, right? So,
Why did everybody think you was endorsing Trump though?
Because he took the picture.
Because I took a picture.
Okay.
And that's where I was getting at, right? We gotta do better with making assumptions. You know, we gotta get better just overall, right? I underestimated the amount of people who can think further. Basically, right? I posted a picture. I did not say, hey, I'm supporting Donald Trump for president. I believe in his brother. I think he can save me. I didn't say none of that shit. I posted a picture and said, yeah, I feel the first way to change is being able to have a conversation. And everybody took that as I supported Trump. Somebody DM me going crazy, cussing me out. I said, all right, I'll give you $100,000 if you can tell me what this what was said in this conversation. How I'm gonna tell you what's in the conversation? It's just a picture. Exactly, sister. So why would you go that far? Like this is a picture. Don't draw conclusions. Have a conversation with me. Ask me, hey Vezzo, I don't like that you took a picture with Trump, but what went on? Why did you take this picture? What was your intentions? What was the end game for this? You know, so
That's the first thing I did. When I saw the picture, I hit up Chanel.
Yeah.
You know, I don't care whether you take the picture or not. I just want to know what, if you are in supporting and what you weren't.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know what was the allure. That's all.
Yeah, I believe in letting everybody talk. You know, if I go to a supermarket and they having like a farmer's market situation, right, and everybody got a pitch for their product, I want to hear every single pitch.
I agree.
You cannot just hear one side of anything and run with that and make a decision based off of one side ideas. You know, I don't believe in everything. I don't like the way the Democrats are. I don't. I just don't. And not them not them individually, but more so as a whole.
As a party.
Yeah, as a party. I don't like it. I don't like the pandering. I feel like it's extremely disrespectful. I think they intellectually manipulate us with strong words like racism, stuff like that. I just want to be told the truth. I want to deal with people to whereas what you see is what you get. You know, I want to know who you are on and off camera.
So what was the conversation like? What did y'all speak about, if you don't mind sharing?
We actually didn't have a chance to speak about much at all. It didn't go the way I thought it would go. You know, but we did have a small conversation. I just straight up asked, do you have a problem with black people? He said, no. Why would I have a problem with black people? I said, well, it come off that way, you know. And he said something that I also believe in as well. Well, you shouldn't listen to people. Just continue to do your own research, you know, and we can have a conversation later. Conversation didn't come. Do I think Trump is racist? I don't know. I don't know. How would I know? How do any of us know if the man is racist? We can't. I don't want to go off of what somebody is telling me, you know, because every time I was told anyone said something or done something and I went and did the research myself, it was taken out of context or it wasn't that. You know what I mean? So yeah.
But didn't he reach out to y'all?
Yeah.
And RFK, prior to that, RFK reached out to y'all too, right?
Absolutely.
And you met with RFK?
Yeah.
And y'all took a picture together.
And I wanted to meet with Biden as well.
But they wouldn't take the meeting from what I heard.
Yeah, they wouldn't take the meeting.
Yeah.
So I can't control who want to come to the hood. You know, I respect that part. Yeah, it don't matter who it is.
They went to the NAACP, I believe, when they came to Detroit.
If you care about us, care enough to come and talk to us.
Absolutely.
You cannot have a problem with something I do, but you don't have you don't have nothing to replace those actions or that decision. You know, if I'm Biden, it's like, all right, I don't like that. We don't like that he going to the hood and talking to these guys. Let me go to the hood and talk to these guys. You know, come show up. Come say something different. Tell us who you are. Come. You pander to us in every other way. So come speak to us intellectually and have a real conversation with us.
Did you? Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Did you at all feel slighted when the conversation? You said it didn't go the way you thought it would. Like, what does that mean? And did you feel slighted by that?
No, I didn't feel slighted. I just didn't care. It didn't matter to me. When I say it didn't go the way I thought it would, it wasn't a communication thing. It was just fast. It just went real fast. It was a fast movement, you know. So that's all that was basically. I just appreciate that Holmes came to the trenches and that he talked to us. You know, I didn't get nothing out of it, but He talked to us. Yeah.
And Michigan is a big battleground state.
I don't think no more. I think right now it seemed like Michigan leaning more towards the left. You know,
I don't know.
Kamala in there. Yeah,
We
but
gonna see.
prior to Kamala, right?
Kamala.
Yeah,
Vice President Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris. So it's Kamala.
Kamala.
All right.
Kamala.
They say all types of names. I heard Kamala. I heard
Me too.
Kamala.
Yeah,
That's
that's why
Kamala.
it's
Kamala.
Kamala.
Vice President Kamala.
Vice President Kamala Harris. Yep.
Soon as Vice President Kamala joined the race, I feel that Michigan started leaning more towards the left. For Michigan always been a battleground state. Prior to her running, it was a done deal. It was solid. It was Trump was gonna win that joint. You know what I mean? But now she got it, and it's the opposite.
You rock with Gretchen? Big Gretchen?
I
Governor
rock with
Whitman?
Big Gretchen.
Yeah.
I rock with
What is
all
it?
of
I like Governor Whitman too. I read her book, and I like her, and we had her up here, and we had a conversation with her. I think she's dope.
She
but
is.
I've never seen a governor have that kind of love from a state. What
Yeah.
is it about Gretchen Whitman that makes people love her so much?
because she don't push an agenda. She push right or wrong. She not pushing a party. She push policy. You know what I mean? She don't pander to us. She don't do any of that. Gretchen come off more so like an independent. You know what I mean? And it ain't about nothing else for her except, moving us forward. Because if it was about anything else, then she would have happily accepted the Democrat nomination to run for president. I honestly respect all the Democrats in Michigan and Detroit, period. The Detroit Democrats, they move like real people. They put our interests first. When I say our interests, I mean the state of Michigan and the city of Detroit overall. They put everything we want and what we want to do first. They listen to everybody. They talk to everybody. And the Democrats in Michigan, they know how to take criticism. They don't take criticism as some type of insult. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I respect them. I got real respect for Gretchen.
Have you spoken to her?
I don't believe I ever met Gretchen. No.
Got you.
Yeah, I don't think I ever met her.
So since all of the fallout from the photo and all that stuff, you mentioned that things kind of changed in Michigan. Biden stepped down, Kamala stepped up. How do you feel now about the Democrats? Has that changed for you, or are you still trying to?
I still feel the same about Democrats, but again, like it's more so individuals. Obviously Kamala, she a black woman, right? She black. She black, right?
Yeah, she black.
She a black woman. I'm one of those guys where it's like, I gotta ride with you, right or wrong. You know what I mean? I don't believe I heard anything from her as far as any policies and all that. But, when Biden was running, I was willing to accept whatever flaws Trump had to not have Biden as our president. And I feel the same about Kamala. She's willing to rock with her right or wrong, and whatever she is or whatever she ain't, I'm going to find out after she elected.
So you all going to vote?
I got to vote.
Got you.
Absolutely got to vote, yeah.
You know who you voting for yet?
I know, I don't want to say this the wrong way, right? Because I speak up against this, you know what I mean? Just voting blindly and being a fool, and I like thinking intellectually. I don't like thinking emotionally, and I feel like we as black people, we think emotionally. We try to find a candidate in every area, someone that we got an emotional connection with, and I feel like a president's position is bigger than having an emotional connection.
You're not supposed to fall in love with him.
We don't need to fall in love with them. The president of the United States, the president of America is the boss. You don't have to love your boss. I had a few jobs in my life. I don't think I ever liked any of my bosses, but it wasn't about that. I didn't need to like them. I'm big on policies. I'm big on telling the truth and keep it in 100, But again, I'm one of them guys that I ride right or wrong. And I want our vote to be respected. And I think the only way our vote will be respected is if we all figure out how to vote the same way, because if we show some type of pattern in the way we vote, then I don't think we have to worry about the pandering as much. Meaning, you know, if we all over the place with who we vote for, then our vote's still not gonna be respected. But if they can see us all vote for one person, then it's like, all right, they coming together somehow, some way.
Right.
Now you said you're big on policy. What policies are near and dear to your heart? The biggest thing that you want to see out of any candidate? Like what's near and dear? Like this is what I'm more focused on.
I would say our border. I don't think it's near and dear to my heart, but I think the border is important. I would like to see our border back in control.
How is that messed up Michigan?
It hasn't messed up Michigan.
Okay.
But it affects other people. I care about everybody.
Right.
From what I know, it hasn't personally affected Michigan at all. To be honest with you, don't nothing that any of the candidates do, I don't think it would affect me, you, Envy. I don't think it would affect none of us. But we can't only just think for ourselves. We got to try to think for everybody. I think if we voting for, which we are, we voting for Kamala, right? I don't think we should pander to each other. I think we should keep it 100 and say, listen, I don't know all the facts. I don't know what she gonna do. I don't know what she has done, but we just gonna do it. You know, just say that, but don't. All right, if you look at this, right, this is this, and she actually didn't do this. It was this way. Like, don't lie to me. Don't try to convince me. Don't pander to me. Don't take advantage of me mentally. Just tell the truth. I don't know, but I'm voting for her because she black. If y'all want me to vote for her because she black, just say it.
I'm not.
I'm gonna do it. Like,
I'm definitely not voting for her because she's black. I'm voting for her because I like her message of rebuilding the middle class. I like her message of, you know, saying I feel like, you know, everybody should have the opportunity to own a small business, have the opportunity to own a home, you know, putting more money back in the working class people's pockets. That's why I'm supporting her.
Yeah.
And I like her stance on mental health, and I like that she's been a leader in maternal health. Like I'm way past voting for people because they black, just because they black. Because all skin folk ain't
So do you
kinfolk.
think we deserve to be able to ask questions?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
We 100%.
I said that on Twitter. I said I want to ask some questions, and everybody got mad. It's like you don't get to ask questions without getting dragged. And you know,
Meek said the same thing. Meek was like, I
Ask
got some
all the
questions I want to ask.
questions you
And
want.
you
And
should
they
be able to ask
drugged Meek.
questions.
All of them.
Yeah, you should be able to ask whatever
but
questions
they
you want.
talked about Meek real bad.
You're right,
And all the brother said is he just got questions. Like it's like we not allowed to question nothing. We not allowed to. We're not allowed to educate ourselves.
Not only should you ask
just
questions,
accept everything.
Nope. Not only should you ask questions, like you said, they should pull up to the trenches and have these conversations.
Because we got to learn how to agree to disagree.
That's
You
right.
know, we got to learn how to provide different ideas and different mindsets. If we all did the exact same thing, we ate the same, dressed the same, looked the same, thought the same, had the same children, wives, and husbands, like what would the world be then? You know, I think that's what create a great company. A guy that got a Fortune 500 company, he went and hired different people with different ideas that could bring different things to the table. But I do got some questions, right? And I feel like you like mad educated. What was her position as vice president? What have she done?
Oh, a lot of things. I mean, she was
1,000 days, over 1,000 days.
She was a leader in maternal health. You know, when it comes to mental health, she gave $285 million to mental health. They increased the number of mental health professionals in schools.
Where is the mental health professionals at?
Where they at?
Yeah, because
I know in North.
how are we getting access to them? You know, I got so many little homies in the city, just in my hood alone, that don't have access to nothing, no type of mental health,
To free therapy and stuff
anything.
like that.
They don't have no access to that. You know, we pulling up to the trenches. We talking to them. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that about the
That's a great
representative.
question.
I feel like that about the representative of my neighborhood. I just did I do a picnic every single year. Me and my big homie Dink Dawson. It's called the Six Nick. We give away clothes, shoes. We got free everything. Just a whole day of fun. I've literally, not only that, right? Of course, we do the book bag stuff. We do the Thanksgiving. We do full blown mental health events and all this. I have absolutely never seen the person. I don't even know this guy's name.
The local representative.
I've never seen them, and I feel like I'm being taken advantage of. I feel like I'm doing a job and somebody else is getting paid for it. I feel like I'm doing this brother job, but he receiving the finances for this. I've never seen him, you know. And if somebody was to challenge him and say, what have you done? I'm sure he got a long list of big words that he can say. Well, we did the developing characteristics. We did the money every 3 months. You get $6,000 when you buy the first home. You get 2% off the 3% with the 5% don't equal. He's going to have a list of things and a bunch of big words, but it's still not answering the question. And when I say answering the question with actions, you know, not just big words and paragraphs. So that's what I mean by like, what have.
Another thing I like that, you know.
I'm voting for her because she black. No, I am.
But I'm giving you some reasons though. That, like capping the insulin at $35. That's something that directly impacts people that we know in the hood.
But all right, I probably know one person that got diabetes. So like when I ask these questions, I'm in the trenches. They need help.
A lot of their grandmothers and parents that you speaking of, I'm sure a lot of them got diabetes.
No, for sure. They probably do. And I think capping insulin at $35 is important. But realistically, right, me being able to buy extra egg or two, you know, when I was a child, I don't think that ever benefited my mind to be able to buy extra 2 eggs to get another carton of milk. Like I feel like that's planned. That's like peasant talk.
Like there's like bigger everyday issues that you got to get through before you can even go to the grocery store to get the egg. I get what you're saying.
Before we even get to the grocery store.
$35 cap on insulin helps a lot.
It does help a lot. But
I think I'm not saying it don't help, right? Yeah. I'm saying.
And even what you're saying, I understand what you're saying too, Vezzo, about seeing things in your own, you know, backyard. Because like in North Carolina, I know that, you know, they gave tens of millions of dollars to historically underserved entrepreneurs as part of the American Rescue Plan. So like there was a bunch of small businesses that got a bunch of money in North Carolina. I know that because I'm from South Carolina. Yeah. You know, so it's like things like that I've paid attention to. So when I hear her talk about what she wants to do with the economy, what she wants to do in regards, you know, to mental health, rebuilding the middle class, I've seen her do those things, but they're quiet because she's vice president.
Yeah, they quiet. They real quiet. And I'm just going off of actions and what I see, what it actually benefit. Nothing has changed, and nothing, absolutely nothing has changed in the trenches. When I tell you nothing, I mean nothing. For over 1,000 days, nothing has changed. You know what I mean? However many days, you know, they was. And listen, and I want people to understand this, right? My questions for Kamala is not me defending her the opposing party or her opponent. My questions are for her. So I feel like that's gaslighting. If I ask a question about Kamala and somebody say, but what have Trump did? I'm not asking about Trump.
If you plan
I
on
want to vote
for
for this woman.
Exactly.
So I got questions about her.
Right.
I get it.
Why is we bringing up Donald Trump? You know, I'm asking about Kamala.
You gonna ask questions about the car you buying?
Absolutely.
If you go in the dealership, if you plan on buying that car, you're gonna ask every single question.
So how do it make
you want.
sense if I go ask about a Mercedes and I'm like, well, why do these Mercedes tires look like that? Well, you should see the Ford tire. Why is that? How is that beneficial? So I want us as a community to stop gaslighting each other, stop trying to tear each other down when we got questions. If you feel I'm wrong about anything, then respectfully come with proof to educate me about something. That don't mean I'm a fool. That don't mean I'm dumb. That don't mean I'm crazy. I can't think for myself. I'm a coon. I'm this, that, and the third. We got to learn how to respectfully disagree. That used to exist. And just because the rest of the world may not know how to do that, we got to learn how to do that as a culture, as black people. We got to go out and show them folks, just like it go back to that question about the Detroit artists not exposing who like who in front of the world. It's equivalent to that. Let's be able to show the world, all right, while everybody else arguing and going at each other and disrespecting each other's kids and livelihood and pride and all that because they don't agree with them. Why we gotta do that? When did we become that?
When you can agree and disagree across the table, I think you kind of educate yourself a bit because you want to understand where they're coming from, even if you don't agree. Yeah. And I know it was a really big public thing. You and Amanda Seales got into it. Yeah. And then you came back around and you decided to change how you felt about that. That was agreeing to disagree at one point.
I don't want to disrespect that black woman publicly. I feel like that was some lame shit. I felt the need to defend myself, and I don't need to do that. I don't think with pride. Pride comes before the fall, and she's a woman. However she feels, she feels. I gave her the same energy that she gave me. She didn't agree with me, so she attacked my character, and she literally never met me. I don't know her. Right. We had conversations through the DM. but she come out the gate shooting and calling me names and all of this stuff. So I said something about something that she did, which I think was corny. I shouldn't have did that. That's a woman, because other people gonna see that. And they don't need to see another black man tearing another black woman down. She not running for president, so what she do in life I don't care. I actually care about what Kamala do, and I don't know what she has done, and I want to know. I want to know something that we've benefited from. You know, I'm an experienced guy. I go based off experience. So I don't need nobody to tell me what her presidency would be like, because I've experienced it pretty much. And I want black people to understand, right? We have to ask these questions, because we're not just voting for Kamala. Like, if anybody really think that's who about to run the country, whether it's her or it's Trump or it's Robert Kennedy Jr., like, come on, we got to wake up. We are voting for an administration. And outside of that administration, we voting for a pack. We voting for a lot. We voting for folks we never going to see. We never going to see. You know, so outside of what she will do, we got to ask, all right, well, what won't you do? Meaning, I might not like this pack right here, or I might not like these people right here. Can you promise me you not going to push their agenda as well? You're not going to, you know, do favors for them, because we don't benefit off those favors. They benefit off them favors. They families benefit off them favors. I don't think we need to go to war. We fighting 3 proxy wars right now. It don't make sense. We doing that with taxpayers' money. I don't feel it's fair. I think we should have say-so when we go to war, and who we decide to go to war for, or who we decide to go to war with. You know, the war might be justified, but do it benefit American households? And I don't think we need to do that. So I just want black people to wake up and understand, we not just voting for one person. We voting for the seen and the unseen. And it's up to you to do independent research to figure out what that unseen is. And the best way to do that is have a conversation with somebody you know does not share the same views as you, because y'all will be able to educate each other. But the conversation won't get nowhere if I'm calling you dumb, crazy, stupid, you just a rapper, you don't know nothing. Imagine taking political advice from Vezzo and Meek Mill. That's not the way to conversate. We got to do better. No. So yeah, I'm gonna vote for her because she black, because that's what I'm supposed to do.
Stop saying
Welcome
that, man. I'm with you, but I want you to at least have some issues that you know.
I got real issues, but I'm not allowed to speak on them, because my people gonna drag me. They gonna call me names. They gonna disrespect me. They gonna, you know, people that never met me gonna say what's in my heart, what's not in my heart. You know, they gonna do that. I'm not allowed to ask questions. So
I just don't want you got certain people on the right that'll use that against her. See, they only voting for her because she black. She don't got no policy.
And then it's up to them people to go and look at the full context. Let's bring back critical thinking. Let's do that.
I agree with that.
Look at the full context. So I would love for some on the left or the right. I'm not with a party. I'm with black Americans. I'm with people. I'm not with a party. I'm not pushing anybody's agenda. So if somebody take that, I'm going to say it again for you. I'm voting for her because she black, because that's what I'm supposed to do. That's what I'm told. I'm not going to ask no questions because I'm not allowed to ask questions. I'm not going to question her because who am I to question her? I'm not going to ask what has she done as vice president because I don't supposed to ask that. I'm not going to ask her what's the plans for her future presidency if she wins. I'm not allowed to ask that. I'm not allowed to ask about her policies. I'm not allowed to question the concerts and all of that. Like, I'm not allowed to not like the pandering. I'm not allowed to do that because I'm supposed to be a good old boy and we gotta follow each other.
Fall in line, not
I gotta
in love.
fall in line like a good old boy. So I'm voting for her because she black.
Right.
That's what y'all want. That's what I'm doing. Now, and somebody take this out of context, right? I want them to do that because that's gonna prove my point. Because guess what I'm gonna do?
I'm gonna losing it.
My manager lose, but guess what I'm gonna do? We're gonna post the full context.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's up to y'all black people to speak up for me and say that's not what he said. Go look at the full context. Let's see if we can do that.
I get exactly
Let's bring
what
critical thinking back. Critical thinking.
Now the reason you here is you're on tour right now.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Welcome to our side tour.
He know what he be doing when he do that. He'll get me going.
You and Peasy on tour. Now talk about that tour. This is your own tour.
Yeah, this is my first tour. I ain't never been on tour. This is my first tour ever. I've
Independently.
absolutely never been on tour. Yep, doing it independently. Me and my brother Peasy, that's my twin right there. You know, we from the same hood, same part, all that. You know what I mean? So yeah.
What did that mean for y'all to be on tour together?
It mean a lot because we started together, you know, and we obviously went two separate paths, and then we came right back together, you know. So it just showed we were able to make a lot of money and stay the same, you know. We proved to ourselves. When Big Meech said it never happened again, well, it just happened, you know. So yeah, it mean a lot to me.
Well, the tour is out right now. How can people get tickets? And also I wanted to ask, you know, one time I think you were like the outcast of Detroit, but it seems like the love is coming back.
Yeah, I was the outcast. I missed out on record deals. I was banned from the radio stations.
Concerts.
I was banned from concerts. I couldn't go to no venues.
I think one concert
downtown.
they didn't want you to perform, and I forced it on my set.
Yeah, yeah.
Why? Who you beat up, Vezzo?
It's a long
Who
story.
got shot?
And they was mad at me. They never booked me again, by the way, Vezzo. I just want to let you know that. They never booked me again. They never booked me
Oh,
again.
that's crazy.
I had to show, we did a concert in Detroit. I was hosting, and Vezzo wasn't invited. It was all a bunch of Detroit artists, so I had a set. So Vezzo's my guy. I said, have the mic right there. We're going to play your record. Do what you got to do.
Damn, he did too, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I remember
Did the crowd go crazy?
He did.
Yeah, of course.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Bro really did that too, bro. I appreciate that, you know. Yeah, I was banned from everything. Now I'm back. It's love.
Where can I get tickets?
Listen, I'm terrible because I'm ghetto. Because guess what?
say,
Link in
Chanel?
my bio.
Link in the bio, she said.
She
Chanel said link in the
said
bio.
before you even go there, sell tickets.
Yeah, no, the link in my bio. Y'all, come
Okay.
on, let's get this. Y'all know what we doing now. Y'all know the link in that bio.
It starts September 12th in L.A.
We coming to a ghetto near you. We bring the trenches out. Listen, check this out, right? I'm bringing my food truck. I'm bringing merch. I'm bringing everything. You know what I mean? I'm bringing all the guys. We're bringing studio equipment. We're bringing the cameras. You want to do a verse? You want to shoot a video? We doing that. You want some merch? We got that. You hungry? We got a food truck outside. We thugging it out. We Master P with this shit.
Word.
Yeah, we on all that.
November 29th is the Detroit date. That's fine.
November 29th, yeah. Y'all grab them tickets, though, for real, though. This is my first tour.
Welcome to
Never
our
been
side
on
tour.
Welcome to our side.
All right. Well, we appreciate you for joining us.
Always, my brother.
Appreciate y'all, brother. Hey, live from the 6-2, coming soon, November 20th. Y'all get ready. Let's get it. Let's turn up.
It's Icewear, Vezzo. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.